In the heart of London, in a cozy nursery filled with moonlight and shadows, lived three children: Wendy, John, and Michael Darling. One night, as they slept soundly, a magical boy named Peter Pan flew in through their window, searching for his lost shadow. He was followed by a tiny, tinkling ball of light named Tinker Bell. "I've lost my shadow," Peter whispered, looking quite distressed. Wendy, who was very good at sewing, offered to help. With a needle and thread, she carefully stitched Peter's shadow back onto his feet. Peter was so delighted that he danced around the room, his shadow dancing right along with him. "Thank you," Peter exclaimed. "As a reward, I'll take you to Neverland. It's a magical island where you never have to grow up." The idea sounded wonderful to Wendy. She woke up her brothers, John and Michael, who were just as excited. "But how will we get there?" asked John. "We can't fly," Peter grinned. "It's easy. All you need is a little faith, trust, and—" He paused, then whispered, "pixie dust." Tinker Bell, who had been hiding in a drawer, flew out and sprinkled the children with sparkling, golden dust. Suddenly, Wendy, John, and Michael felt lighter than air. They floated off their beds and began to fly around the room, laughing with joy. "Second star to the right," Peter shouted, pointing out the window, "and straight on till morning." Together, they soared out of the nursery window and into the starry London night. Below them, the city twinkled like a carpet of diamonds. They flew past the clock tower of Big Ben just as it chimed midnight, its deep dong-dong echoing through the quiet streets. After a long and magical flight, they arrived at the island of Neverland. It was a beautiful place, with lush green jungles, sparkling blue lagoons, and tall, misty mountains. "Welcome," said Peter, "to my home." Peter introduced the Darling children to his friends, the Lost Boys. They were a group of boys who had fallen out of their prams and came to live in Neverland. They were thrilled to have Wendy, whom they called their mother, to tell them bedtime stories. But Neverland wasn't all fun and games. It was also home to the fearsome Captain Hook and his crew of pirates. Hook was Peter Pan's greatest enemy, and he was always trying to capture him. He had a hook instead of a hand, which had been bitten off by a crocodile long ago. One day, Captain Hook captured the Lost Boys and the Darling children. He tied them to the mast of his ship, the Jolly Roger. "Now, Peter Pan," Hook sneered, "you'll have to choose, surrender, or your friends will walk the plank." But Peter Pan was cleverer than any pirate. With a flash of his dagger and a daring cock-a-doodle-doo, he challenged Captain Hook to a duel. They fought all over the ship, their swords clashing under the moonlight, while Tinker Bell zipped around, helping Peter whenever she could. In the end, Peter Pan won. Captain Hook tumbled overboard and was chased away by the tick-tocking crocodile who had been waiting for him. Peter freed his friends, and they all celebrated. Soon it was time for the Darlings to go home, but they promised to never forget Peter Pan and the magical island of Neverland, where dreams are born and time is never planned.